How your ideas actually materialize. The Shinn method. Listen, an overwhelming 87% of the people watching this video right now have an idea that could change their lives. But barely 3% will ever act on it. Think about that. 9 out of 10 people around you are carrying an alternate future, an unrealized potential that dies a little more with each passing day. And the reason isn't laziness. It isn't a lack of talent. It's because no one ever taught them how to speak to the universe in a way that compels it to answer. Does this sound familiar? You have a file on your phone or computer titled My Big Project. Or maybe it's a folder on your cloud drive, filled with subfolders named Marketing Ideas, First Chapters, Business Plan. Or maybe it's a physical notebook, with the name of your future company sketched on the cover with a special pen. Or even, the script for a book, half-written, gathering dust in a drawer. You open these files, you flip through the notebook, you visualize it, you feel it, you can almost taste the success, and then with a sigh that seems to carry the weight of the world, you close the file and put the notebook away. End of story, for now. Florence Scovel Shinn, a metaphysical teacher and artist who lived in New York and challenged the 20th century with ideas that now sound like quantum science, summed up the problem powerfully. Born in 1871, Shinn began her career as a book illustrator, but in her 40s, after a divorce, she immersed herself in the teachings of the New Thought movement. She taught that life is not a battle, but a game, and to play it successfully, one must know the spiritual rules. One of those fundamental rules is contained in one of her phrases: the problem is never the idea, but the language with which you present it to the world and to yourself. Your words are your magic wand, she said. Every word you speak, charged with feeling, is a direct order to your most powerful and literal servant, the subconscious mind. Today I'm going to teach you her method in 3 concrete steps you can apply as soon as tonight, before you go to sleep. No complicated vision boards, no rituals with magic candles, just you, your voice, and something to write with. Let's get straight to it, because your future can't wait. And before we dive into the first step, if this feeling of untapped potential is familiar, if you feel you're on the verge of something great but don't know how to make the leap, do 2 things. First, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Consider this: click your first act of commitment, the first yes you say to your future self. Second, prepare to participate actively. What we're going to do today is break this cycle of inertia for good, and you won't want to miss the tools that follow. Step 1. From vague idea to power phrase, sharpening the wood. Think of your subconscious mind as an ultra-advanced but extremely literal GPS. It has no sense of humor, doesn't understand sarcasm, and doesn't interpret nuances. It only executes commands. That's why when you tell it "I want," the GPS doesn't register your desire. It registers the vibration of the word want, which is lack. The signal you send out to the universe is one of scarcity, of absence. Your reality becomes a constant echo of your state of lack. If you say "I hope," the GPS understands uncertainty, and your reality will remain an eternal waiting room, where your dream is always about to happen, but never does. Shinn taught that we must stop begging and start commanding. We must change our language from that of a beggar to that of an heir to the kingdom. This isn't about arrogance but about aligning with a spiritual truth. You are a co-creator of your reality. Your word is law in your personal universe. Let's look at a few quick examples to make this clear. Expanding on the idea. Vague idea. I so badly want to start my online bakery. Power language Shinn style. Second, I run a successful online bakery shipping nationwide to the delight of my loyal and satisfied customers. Feel the authority in that sentence. It doesn't ask, it states a fact that already exists on the invisible plane. Vague idea. I hope to find a partner who loves me one day. Power language Shinn style. Shin. I am now in a divinely happy and harmonious relationship, built on unconditional love, deep respect, and mutual joy. The sentence specifies the quality of the relationship and affirms its existence in the present. Vague idea. I need more money to pay the bills. Power language, Shinn style. Seeds. I am a magnet for abundance. Large sums of money come to me quickly and perfectly from expected and unexpected sources, for the good of all. This affirmation shifts the focus from need to receptivity and limitless supply. Asterisk vague idea. I like to lose weight and be healthier. Asterisk. 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 Power language. Shinn style. Sijend. I love and respect my body. My health is vibrant, and my energy is limitless. I maintain my ideal weight with joy and ease. The language here focuses on self-love and positive energy, rather than the struggle against weight. Now choose your idea. That one, the one that makes your heart beat faster, the one that scares you and excites you at the same time, and transform it. Say it out loud now. Yes, right where you are. Do you feel that knot in your stomach? That little cynical voice saying that's too big for me. Who am I to? This is ridiculous. Perfect. That discomfort is the signal we were looking for. Shinn said fear is only the indication that you are standing before the right gate. It's your old self, your current identity built on limitations and doubts, resisting its death to make way for your future self. This resistance is proof that your word has power. Take a clean sheet of paper or open a new document. Write your power phrase in capital letters. Underline it twice. If you can, use a pen in a color that brings you joy or power. Look at it. This is not just a sentence. It is the seed of your new reality. It is the exact address you just entered into the GPS of the universe. Step 2. The micro-story driving in the nails. Now that we have the seed, your power phrase, we need to water it with the power of focused imagination. Imagination for Shinn was the scissors of the mind, constantly cutting out the images that then manifest in our lives. If we don't consciously direct them, they cut out images of our fears, our worries, and the negative news we consume. Our job is to give them a clear and intentional script. This isn't about visualizing the entire process from point A to point Z, which can be overwhelming and even counterproductive. It's about creating a single specific moment in the future, a 5-second flash, as if it has already happened. A short paragraph, written in the past tense, with at least 3 sensory details. The brain doesn't distinguish well between a real memory and a vividly imagined, emotionally charged memory. By doing this, we are creating a memory of the future, building a new neural pathway that makes this reality familiar to our nervous system. Let's use the bakery example. It was an incredible day. Yesterday I sealed the box for the 100th order of my gluten-free brownies. Touched the feel of the sticker with my logo sealing the recycled cardboard box was smooth and slightly textured. The printer made that familiar, satisfying whirring sound as it spit out another shipping label, and at almost the same moment my phone buzzed with another Stripe payment notification with that cash register sound I love. The rich smell of warm chocolate and a hint of vanilla enveloped me like a blanket, coming from the kitchen where the next batch was already in the oven. Smell. That's when my daughter ran in, waving the local paper. Mom, we did it. We're on the front page of the food section. And I just smiled, feeling a wave of gratitude so real and so strong it gave me goosebumps. Feel the difference? It's not a vague dream of being successful. It's a scene. A movie trailer of your new reality, complete with touch, sound, and smell. Now, an example for the health goal. Today's run was magical. I finished the 10K in under an hour, and as I crossed my imaginary finish line in the park, I wasn't even out of breath. Sensation. I felt the cool sweat on my forehead and an incredible strength in my legs, an energy that felt like it could last forever. I pulled out my earbuds and heard the birds chirping and the sound of leaves rustling in the wind, sounds I never used to notice. I took a deep breath and smelled that clean green scent of wet morning grass. I looked down at my sports watch and saw the numbers. I smiled to myself, a genuine smile of pride. I did it. I am this person now. Now do the same for your power phrase. Write this small paragraph. It doesn't have to be a literary masterpiece. It has to be real for you. What does your success smell like? What does it sound like? What do you feel on your skin? What is the dominant emotion? Gratitude, relief, pure joy. After writing it, read it aloud once. Then close your eyes and try to see this micro-story as a repeating video clip. This is what Shinn called directed imagination. It's daydreaming, but with your hands on the steering wheel. Can you feel the energy shift already? If you've already defined your power phrase and your micro-story, take a pause and write the word building in the comments. I want to see the community of creators we are forming right here, right now. This is your first public act of commitment to your new reality. Step 3. The vocal ritual placing the roof. We have the blueprint, the power phrase, and the materials, the sensory micro-story. Now the construction begins. And the construction in Shinn's method is done through the disciplined repetition of the spoken word. The spoken word has a vibrational power that, when repeated with feeling, impresses the subconscious mind and begins to attract its correspondences in the physical world. It is the act of constantly hammering your intention into the structure of reality. The ritual is simple, but it demands unwavering consistency. Every morning, ideally right when you wake up, and every night, just before you fall asleep. At these times, your conscious mind is more relaxed, and the gates to the subconscious are more open. Repeat your power phrase 10 times out loud. Not in your head, not in a whisper, out loud, with conviction, as if you are giving an order you know will be carried out. Put feeling into the words. Between each repetition, close your eyes for 3 to 5 seconds and visualize your micro-story. See that mental movie clip. Feel the emotions associated with it. The full process. 1. Say the phrase with authority and feeling. 2. Pause. Close your eyes, see and feel the scene. 3. Say the phrase again. 4. Pause. Close your eyes, see and feel the scene. Recalls and so on, 10 times. In total, that will be 10 spoken phrases and 9 visualized mini-movies. The entire exercise takes less than 3 minutes. There is no excuse not to do it. Is your dream life worth 3 minutes of your day? If your partner, family, or roommate gives you a strange look, just smile and continue. As Shinn says, those who practice magic do not ask for permission or seek external validation. They understand they are working with higher laws, as real as the law of gravity. Your opinion is the only one that matters in this process. What if nothing happens? This is the question your conscious mind, addicted to skepticism and immediate proof, loves to ask. It's its defense mechanism to keep you in your comfort zone. Shinn's answer is clear. Something is always happening, but it rarely looks like the detailed plan you drew in your head. The universe doesn't work like a delivery service with a scheduled time. It works through what Florence called hunches or intuitive leads. These are urges, sudden ideas, chance encounters. It could be a phone call from an unknown number you would normally ignore, but you decide to answer. A stranger you strike up a conversation with in the supermarket line, who happens to know someone in the industry you need, or mentions a book that changes your perspective. A random online article, suggested by the algorithm, that contains the information you were missing to solve a problem. A sudden, inexplicable urge to go to a bookstore, where a book falls off the shelf in front of you. An impulse to email an old colleague you haven't spoken to in years. A desire to clean out an old drawer where you find a business card that becomes the key to the next step. Shinn's golden rule is act on these impulses within 24 hours. Inspired action is the bridge that connects the invisible world of your affirmation to the visible world of your manifestation. It is your footwork in the game of life. Ignoring these impulses is like ordering a package and then refusing to open the door for the delivery person because they aren't wearing the uniform you expected. 40-hour mini challenge. To accelerate the process and radically realign your vibration, I propose a challenge. For the next 48 hours, go on a verbal and mental diet. Consciously eliminate the following words and their variations from your active vocabulary, both spoken and in thought. I can set. I need. I hope. I still try. It sips hard, or it sips impossible. But used to negate a possibility. Actively replace them with power constructs. Instead of I can sit afford it, say even if just to yourself, I choose to focus on abundance now, or the money for this is on its way under grace. Instead of, I need a new job, affirm, I am being guided to my perfect career opportunity, or my perfect position is looking for me now. Instead of, I hope this works out, declare this has already worked out on the invisible plane and is now manifesting. Instead of I said I'll try to do that, commit, I am doing this, or I choose to do this. Instead of it sits so hard to find clients, affirm my perfect clients are easily drawn to me. No one around you will notice this subtle shift in your language, except for one entity that hears everything: your subconscious, which has been listening to the wrong playlist for years, a playlist of lack, struggle, and limitation. It's time to change the station. When the process seems to stall, sometimes even with dedication we feel like we're hitting a wall, the energy wanes, doubt creeps in. Shinn identified 3 common energy leaks that sabotage manifestation. If you feel stuck, do an honest and relentless audit of these points. 1. Did you change your phrase midstream? Consistency is king. Changing your affirmation every few days is like constantly changing the address in the GPS. The system gets confused and takes you nowhere. It's like being a ship captain who shouts, "Set course for Tahiti." On Monday, "No, better. Course for Iceland." On Tuesday, "And forget that. Let's go to Singapore." On Wednesday, the crew, your subconscious, becomes exhausted and demoralized, and the ship just spins in circles in the harbor. Stick to your original power phrase, unless you feel a strong and clear inspiration to refine it, making it even more powerful and resonant. 2. Are you sending contradictory signals? You affirm abundance in the morning and evening, but during the day you complain about the price of gas, talk about how everything is so expensive, and feel a pang of anxiety every time you open your banking app. This is like trying to drive with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. The universe receives a garbled signal, a chaotic vibration. Your mission is to align your daily thoughts, conversations, and emotions with the vibration of your affirmation. The law of non-resistance teaches that what we resist persists. Instead of cursing the bills, bless them. Look at the electricity bill and say, "I give thanks for the light and comfort it has given me. The money to cover this and more is already flowing to me." Bless the success of others instead of feeling envy, because their success is proof that abundance exists and is available. 3. Have you truly let go? Shinn used the analogy of casting the burden. This means stating your truth in your daily ritual, and then going about your day with the faith that the order has already been placed and is on its way. If you plant a seed and dig it up every 30 seconds to see if it's growing, the only thing you will accomplish is killing the plant. Trust the process. The how and the when are not your department. They are the job of the divine manager of infinite intelligence. Your job is the what and the why. Obsessing over the how creates an energy of control and anxiety which repels the manifestation. Act on intuitive hunches and let the universe orchestrate the details. If one of these energy leaks resonated with you, share in the comments which one you are committing to fix first. Is it #1, consistency, #2, contradiction, or #3, control? Your honesty will not only help you, but it will also inspire someone else facing the same challenge. The story of a student to the zero-waste shop. One of my students, Clara, dreamed of opening the first zero-waste shop in her town. Her phrase was, "I am the happy owner of the vibrant and successful zero-waste shop that serves my community with joy and purpose." Week 1. She repeated the phrase. She felt ridiculous, especially at night when doubts about money and bureaucracy crept in. Nothing happened in the outer world. Week 2. She continued, focusing fiercely on the feeling of her micro-story, the sound of rice grains filling glass jars, the smell of handmade lavender soap, the conversations with happy customers about reducing plastic. On Saturday she felt a strong impulse not to go to the family barbecue. She was tired, but she remembered the rule not to ignore impulses even if they seem contrary. She went. There, sitting next to her uncle, she was introduced to a retired friend of his, an elderly man who owned several commercial properties in town. In casual conversation, the man complained about an empty storefront he had downtown that he couldn't seem to rent. And then, he looked at Clara and asked, "If rent money wasn't an issue for a year, what would you do with that empty space I own?" Week 3. The hunch was crystal clear. Her heart pounded. On Monday, with trembling hands, Clara called the man. By Wednesday she had the keys in her hand, with a symbolic lease for the first year, on the condition that she bring life back to that street. By Friday that same man, delighted with her vision, had recommended her to a nephew who was one of the largest suppliers of bulk eco-friendly products in the country. The universe loves to disguise miraculous solutions as casual conversations and unimportant encounters. Your only job is to be attentive, prepared, and to say yes when the opportunity, no matter how strange it seems, presents itself. The 90-day journey. Florence Scovel observed a recurring pattern. If you hold your focus and vibration consistently, without changing the channel, most dreams begin to materialize substantially within a 90-day cycle. This is not a guarantee, but a natural cycle of energetic gestation. Mark this date on your calendar. Use this period as a sacred laboratory for your own creation. Day 30. Pause. Take out your journal and celebrate the first hunch or breakthrough you received, no matter how small. It could be a new idea, a significant meeting, a small sign like repeatedly seeing something related to your dream. Give specific thanks for it. Write, I give thanks for sign X, which confirms I am on the right path. This magnifies your faith. Day 60. Reevaluate your microstory. Does the scene you created still excite you? The energy may have faded because you have already evolved. Update it. Make it richer, more detailed. Maybe now in your bakery, instead of sealing order #100, you are giving an interview to a famous food blog. If your goal was to run a 10K, maybe the scene is now crossing the finish line of a half marathon. Expand your vision. Day 90. Light a candle, put on your favorite music, and reread your original power phrase. It is very likely that at this point it no longer sounds like a distant dream but like something perfectly normal and achievable. Maybe it is already your reality, or the foundational pieces are undeniably in place. If the full manifestation hasn't happened yet, do not be discouraged. The 90 days may have been necessary to clear old blockages. Give thanks for the journey and begin a new 90-day cycle, but from this new level of consciousness and faith. Your turn now. Enough theory. Enough one day I'll do this. The power is not in the future. It is in the now. Pause this video. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Say your power phrase 10 times. Following the method from step 3, feel the vibration of the words in your chest and your throat. Then, as a final act of commitment to yourself and the universe, copy that exact phrase into the comments below. You don't need to explain the dream, just the phrase. The algorithm will work its magic and group the energies of everyone who at this very moment is actively building their reality. Give this a like, so this message reaches the next person in the 3% who is ready to act. Final reminder. Everyone has a toolbox for building a life, but most people don't know that the most powerful tools are invisible. Your hammer is the power phrase you just created. Your nails are the sensory scenes you wrote and imagined. The wood is the world already around you, full of opportunities disguised as coincidences. Strike the wood with your hammer every morning. Strike it again every night, and then during the day, watch with wonderful expectation, acting on every hunch, as what was invisible becomes, before your very eyes, undeniably real.